Hi everyone, this is the first day of the Be the Glitch challenge. I'm going to give you a brief intro to why I'm doing this challenge and then we'll hop right in. Every day of the challenge, so it's best if you do one video a day, but every exercise will take you less than 15 minutes. So this is not going to take a big part of your day. It's going to be really easy, really quick. And I initially launched this on my Substack, but I'm also posting it on YouTube to sort of cross pollinate and hopefully get some new excited people. So I recently launched my first book into the world called Exiting the Matrix, a practical guide to building a life you love. And yeah, in it, I kind of walk you through literally how to build the life that you dream of instead of waking up feeling exhausted, feeling disenchanted, feeling depressed that you have to go into work. So I walk you through sort of the mental part of it and then also like the practical part of it. It's like how to actually make an income that feels good. So if you're interested, check the link below. You can order that now. It's available now. Um, so yeah, the reason I wanted to do this challenge is because I currently live in Nicaragua. I just bought land here. I'm going to put some roots, but I'm a wanderer at heart. And I realize that not everyone is like, even if you're curious about like a different kind of lifestyle, an alternative lifestyle, it may not be one like accessible to you for various reasons. But it's also not something that you just wake up one day and do. There's a lot of steps that there's a lot of steps in the process that you have to take first. And so the challenge is kind of to just like kind of just to start getting the wheels turning and helping you to start thinking in a different way. And because once you start to choose differently, once you start to show up differently, once you start to tune into your body and the needs that it has and that it's communicating to you always, you start to feel empowered and it starts to be easier to make other decisions that are leading you towards a more aligned life. Yeah. So that's what this challenge is about. And let's get into day one. So, day one is all about discovering what your values are. So, values are not just something that you pick out of thin air. You usually discover them by having your heart broken, having something that you took for granted just taken away from you, losing something or someone that you love, incurring an injury, and then realizing that actually your freedom to travel is a huge part of who you are and how what drives you. So this exercise will help you sort of determine what your top three values are, and then we'll use those values in other exercises like throughout the challenge. So, one quick example, when I was living in Berlin, I was walking with my partner at the time and I saw this guy who was renovating his van and I felt so excited, but also a little bit jealous. So, if you could think of any kind of moments like that where you've just been like maybe really like admiring some kind of quality or trait in somebody that you may not have yourself, or if you've ever felt like jealous of someone, whether it's someone that you know, someone that you've just interacted with, or someone like a celebrity, just kind of make note of anything that's like that. And then what I'm going to do, so yeah, anyway, the van that I saw, it wasn't just about like having a van. That wasn't really the value that I was like seeking. What I discovered after kind of digging a little deeper was that my values are freedom of movement. My values are budget traveling, being close to nature, freedom. And so, yeah, those moments may look like you want a certain thing, material object, but underneath there's a feeling that you're looking for, and that's mostly connected to some sort of value, and that you believe that your life will be better if you have that thing. So I'm going to drop a list of values in the comments below, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go through them quickly. Just kind of listen to that like gut punch, like yes, that's me. Try to identify at least 10, and then once you have 10, I want you to put those values through a filter. So the filter first is going to be $1 million. If someone gave you $1 million, would you give up that value? If you say no, then that keep that value on your list. If you say yes, of course I would, then that's not a true value. So take it off the list. And keep doing that. Keep upping the ante, Dr. Evil style, and until you land on at least 3 values. Don't go above that because it'll make your next days a little bit more challenging. Of course, it's lovely to know what your values are, but it's really good to hone in on 3. And this also helps if you have like a problem or you have trouble like making decisions, like about a partner or about a job. If you're kind of going back and forth about if you want to move to a certain city, or if you, want to do van life, or you want to accept this certain kind of job. If you run it through your values before, that can actually help you to make a decision. So this really comes in handy, especially for overthinkers like me. Um, and yeah, so narrowing down your values is just like, it makes life so much easier. It makes it so much easier to build an authentic life for yourself, versus like, yeah, what society tells us we should value, and what our family tells us we should value. So yeah, and then if you still can't come up with anything, or like none of those values on the list really resonate with you, you can also talk to family members, you can talk to friends, you can kind of just like have a conversation about it. What do you think I value? And then sort of, again, listen to the gut. Like, is that, I don't know, I don't think I really value that. So, and then, yeah, paying attention to when's the last time you were jealous of someone, when's the last time you admired someone, and have that kind of point to a value. So keep those values handy once you have identified 3. Please, please, please share them in the comments below if you feel like it. And I would love to see what everyone is valuing and kind of what this is stirring up inside of everyone. Day 2, we are going to take those values and we are going to become them. So just stay tuned.